Hello traders, and thanks for tuning in to this week's market outlook from Exness. I'm Michael Stark, Financial Content Manager at Exness, and in this video I'm going to be giving a possible idea for a trade over the next few days, what the potential targets could be and the narratives driving the position and what traders who were to take this position would need to be aware of. But first, let's look back at the performance of last week's idea. Last week the idea was a potential buy for natural gas from the area just above $2 with a potential initial target around 207 to 210. So far that's been accurate, the initial target has been met, but it's possible that the price might continue to move up and the stretch targets could be hit in the next few weeks. So we'll continue to monitor that position. Now for this week, the idea for a trade is a possible buy for the S&P 500. We can see that recently the price of US 500 has met a possible support around the area of 5,000. And it's possible that initially it could bounce to move up to around 5,150, the area of the 50-day moving average, and then potentially in the further future retest the latest high around 5,280. And from a technical perspective, we can see that the price is pretty clearly oversold, and we can also note that 5,000 is a round number which is likely to drive a bounce. Some of the primary narratives driving that position are the overall relatively strong economic conditions in the USA and generally very strong earnings recently so far this earnings season. Particularly banks and Netflix have released earnings within the last couple of weeks, and almost all have been higher than the consensus for EPS, particularly banks such as Goldman Sachs, which have strongly exceeded the consensus. We can also note that American GDP for the moment is strong, and there is no indication at all of recession. However, inflation in the USA has remained quite high and seems unlikely to come back down to the target, certainly within the next few quarters. Now, some of the most important factors that traders would need to monitor this week are American advanced GDP on Thursday, then on Friday, personal consumption expenditures, personal income, personal spending, and Michigan consumer sentiment. Now, the most important earnings that are coming out this week include Tesla, Visa, Meta, Microsoft, and Google, which are coming out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday respectively, with Thursday being the most important day for earnings, when we might see increased volatility from major American indices. So in summary, the potential idea for a trade this week is a buy for the S&P 500 with an initial target probably around 5,150. Most important narratives driving the position are relatively strong earnings so far this earnings season and overall good economic conditions in the USA. Critical factors to be monitored by traders who were to take the position this week are American advanced GDP, PC, personal income, personal spending, and the most important earnings from major companies, especially Tesla, Meta, Microsoft, and Alphabet. Please remember that this is just an idea for a trade. It's not a signal. It's not a guarantee of success. You always need to do your own research and manage risk.